The NFL really is a great way to consider equality, which sounds crazy to say, but you got to think every year the worst NFL teams get the best draft picks for college players. So you end up with the best players from college going to losing teams. Think about how people talk about, affirmative action or DEI or whatever they call it now. According to their logic, the best players from college should go to the best NFL teams, right? Why are we rewarding, the Tennessee Titans for being incompetent? We do it because we have to. And if you don't, then those small teams will just never get better. Think about revenue sharing. Every year, NFL teams have to send a significant part of their revenue to the rest of the league. It's wealth redistribution happening. The salary cap. Teams are hard capped from spending too much money on players. You have to do this because these teams are all owned by billionaires, and we don't want talent to be concentrated into a small number of teams based on who has money. And I mean, look, these things are all vital to having a functioning NFL. And, no one's ever going to accuse the NFL of not being competitive or of stifling innovation. It's like, no, this is extremely high level football, especially in the postseason. The point is, all of these things, the draft, revenue sharing, salary cap, these are not free market actions. Parity doesn't just happen on its own. Equality doesn't arise from the free market. These are actions you have to take. You have to do stuff. A completely free market NFL without these rules would end up with a couple really good teams and nothing else. And the league itself would quickly lose its appeal. You'd end up with baseball, and baseball sucks. This system was not an accident. It came from a very careful set of plans that were implemented over decades. And it's not something that you can just leave to run on its own. Every year, the NFL has to really put a lot of thought, Roger Goodell or whoever, they have to actually work to make sure this system is still running. They have to balance it out, make adjustments. I mean, imagine a system where none of these things existed. And what you end up with is everything else in American life. And the Dallas Cowboys.